Flammkuchen! So for lunch today I'm having Flammkuchen, which is like a sort of pizza, a Christmassy pizza, that you can see Chris cooking on this very channel if you go back and look at some previous Vlogmas stuff. So there's a shameless plug. I'd show you that I bought these with Pip. Daddy O, which is huge shampoo. I love anything purple from Lush, it's the best. And then Plum Duff, but I read it as Plum Puff, which is why I bought it, because me and Pip said that I was a Plum Puff. Hi everyone, I've not been very chatty as I have been mainly sorting out the library and then doing a live on YouTube for Vlogmas Day 6. I am now sat, I've had my tea, Chris is out working on a late. This is my treat pudding, it's patisserie Valerie Milfoil, one of my favourite things on earth. And I'm going to watch Cody has dropped an hour-long vlog, so I'm going to watch that. And then Die Hard 2. Still a bit out on whether Die Hard films are Christmas films, but I'm rolling with it at the moment, rolling with it. So that's probably going to be my evening now. Not going to read, I've got Patreon voting for my next read, which I will start tomorrow, probably on the train to Slough, as travel is back tomorrow. Travel, 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 travel. Hi everyone, it is Tuesday the 7th of December and I'm about to go on my next leg of travels. I've just had a shower, I've been working all morning and I'm taking this because my Patreons have picked it. I'm going to take the dust jacket up obviously because I don't want to damage it, but yeah, this I always call it The Great Circle, but it's just Great Circle by Maggie Shipstead, which I hope is going to be a great book. I've heard amazing things about this from Elizabeth McNeil and also the lovely Chrissy who runs the book bar. She raved about this very early on actually when me and Melanie filmed there. So yeah, that's what I'm going to be taking with me. Gotta get the cab, then the train and off to Slough. Sorry, before I go, one more thing. I forgot to say, I have started listening to The Transgender Issue by Sean Fay, An Argument for Justice, and it is so good. I'm like I've listened to the introduction and the first chapter and sort of some of Sean's thoughts on why they wrote the book, and it's honestly brilliant. It's not a memoir, it's like really informative without being academic. Oh, I'm loving it so far, so I'll report back as I listen to more. Hi everyone, it's later on Tuesday and I'm now in Slough. It took me about 3 hours to get here, 2 trains and a tube, and despite all that I've only read 30 pages of Great Circle because I had to edit last week's reading vlog. I didn't vlog editing the vlog because that would be too much vlogging even though it's Vlogmas, but yeah, so that's one of the things that I was doing on the train as well as looking out the window until it got dark. Slough is alright, I've seen the library, it's literally opposite and it looks pretty funky. I found an amazing sushi restaurant and, I mean the sushi was phenomenal, and the biggest Tesco I've ever been in my life, which I nearly filmed but then I thought it might be weird, although I'm always saying to other people, I want to see your grocery shopping trips and then I never do it myself. Anyway, so far I am loving Great Circle. It jumps about quite a bit. And so I haven't really got a handle on who we're going to be following. I know it's going to be about a female pilot, but not the famous one. Is it Amelia Lockhart or Eckhart or Urquhart or something like that? It's not about her, it's about somebody else. And we've met Annabelle, who I think might be her mother, who met a captain on a ship And before that we met the man who'd created the ship and his wife who realises he's having an affair because he names the ship after his mistress. It's one of those books that I love where every character, no matter how much or little they're going to be in the book, gets a backstory. I really like that. And one thing I've found quite impressive about what she's done with Annabelle in literally very few pages, we've got her whole life pretty much, like how her dad used to abuse her, how she then sort of came into her own sexuality. There's a bit that did make me laugh, not about the abuse obviously, but where her nanny calls her lady parts her cabbage, and she asks if boys have cabbages, and the nanny's like, no, they have carrots. And then there's a line about like wickedness always came from vegetables or something, which I thought was absolutely brilliant. I'm going to try and find it now.
So I don't use it, so I got the line wrong, and of course I now can't find it. So I won't be sharing that line with you, but it really took me. I thought this is the sort of writing I absolutely love. Sorry, I'm trying.
Wickedness, it seemed, had to do with vegetables. That I just thought was such a brilliant line so early on, so I'm going to enjoy getting lost in this. I would like to read another 30 pages before I go to sleep, and then maybe try and get to page 100 before I have to go to the library tomorrow morning. I've got some work to do in the morning as well. So I'm very glad that people told me that I should read it, and my patrons voted for me to read it, and that Chrissy and Elizabeth have been telling me to read it for ages, and I should have read it sooner. But that said, it could all go Pete Tong because I've been watching Cody's Will of TBR, I've been watching Grace's latest vlog, and now I really want to watch Rebecca before I go to sleep. Rebecca Eats Books Baby. I'll watch her video, then read another 30 pages of this, then go to sleep. That was an exciting update for you, wasn't it? Hi everyone, it is later on in the day. The lighting is not the one in this hotel, which we won't speak of because, well, it's not great. It smells of weed and there sounds like there's something in the air system, like scuttly, but we'll all move on. So this was a cheap find so that I could go and see my sister, which is what I'm going to be doing later, because last minute in Birmingham wasn't cheap because they've got the German markets on, which I don't think I'm actually going to get to see. Anyway, moving on. Slough was really good. The library is incredible, as you'll have seen. Really good meeting, fab staff, ace. Then on the way back, we finished early and I was all excited because I can read on the train and then get back and read for a little bit. But Omicron, I think that's what you call it, seems to be going a bit wild in the UK, and so all the way back on the train I was waiting for an update because there was meant to be a briefing from our dreadful Prime Minister who, well, his government is a disgrace. Like, they had like a party without social distancing and stuff when everyone was told they couldn't last year. It's all come to the vault. Anyway, waiting for an announcement about possibly changing the guidelines, and they arrived just as I got into Birmingham, and so yeah, working from home is now advised from sort of Friday. So I had to email the place we're going to do this week to see if they're still happy to do it tomorrow as well. Fridays are not sure, and also cancel everything for next week, which means I'm going to get a week at home, which is very exciting. Actually 3 weeks at home, because apart from going to Fee and Jane, which hopefully will still be going on because the theatre looks like it can still go on, means I'm only going to work 2 days next week, which is very exciting. Also at the same time I'm like, oh, that final week of travel is gone, and I can't decide how I feel about it, but I've just had lots of emails and stuff to do. But that's all boring work talk. I did go into foils before the news was made, and I didn't intend on buying anything. And I certainly didn't intend on buying a book that I already own in several shades, as you'll have seen throughout the year on my channel. But there's a purple edition of Marianne Key's Grown Ups, and purple is my favourite colour. This is one of my favourite books of the year, and I just couldn't not. So I did. There's a little update. I haven't done much more reading, but I am enjoying Great Circle. I read another, I think, 30 pages, so hopefully I'll get some more done tomorrow. But I'm now off to go and meet my sister, to go and have Mowgli, some of my favourite food, Mowgli, and just catch up and just a lovely time with her. And yeah, that's the plan. My empty plate, that's all for Miriam. Absolutely outrageous. All for Miriam in Mowgli. Hi everyone, I am now in Blackpool in another generic hotel room. I mean, imagine. Although actually I just feel a little bit bittersweet because we were meant to be doing another week of travel until bloody Omicron came into the UK. Anyway, today I've been to Wolverhampton and loved the library. Like, it's a Carnegie library. It's been decorated a bit edgily with colours. You know, I like me some colour, which is why generic. Although you can see one of my phone cases, some colour. See, I've taken my trousers off, got my legs out. I do have pants on. Anyway, moving on from all of that, went to Wolverhampton, amazing library, really, really lovely stuff. Took me to all the spooky bits and said I can go on like a ghost tour at some point, so that's exciting. I need to get a night vision camera. Where did you buy a night vision camera from? If any of you know, let me know. So, in Blackpool, before I go and have dinner with Hayley, I thought I would tell you a little bit more about Great Circle because I'm now about 100 pages in and I will say I'm really enjoying it and I love how it encompasses so much. But we're only 100 pages in and so far we have had a shipwreck. Sorry, my arm went dead. And I have to say that I'm enjoying it, but I am finding it slightly exhausting. So far, we're not even 100 pages in, and we are all over the shop. We're all over a ship at one point. There's what do you call it when a ship goes down? That. There's been incest. There's been abandonment of a father and his children. Then suddenly we're in like modern Hollywood, and we're following what's going on with an affair that's been happening between two actors and how one of them has ended it, but how that's also then scuppering the franchise and the author of the series is cross. And I just feel there's a lot going on, and I don't know whether I'm going to give it like maybe another 40-50 pages. This might be just a bit too much for my brain right now with everything else going on, or whether I'm going to get completely immersed in it. I don't feel like it's a book you can read in bits because it's so huge. It sort of is a book that you're going to have to read in bits. So yeah, I'm definitely enjoying it. I just don't know if this is the right time to read it with my brain. So I'll give it another 50 pages and see how we go. But yeah, I'm finding that I'm reading it and then having to have a break from it to sort of take in everything that's happening because it's happening so fast. Like I said, there's a lot in here. There's people going missing. There's loads of different timelines. I think there's about to be a history of part of America. So yeah, but dinner next, and then I might go for a wander down the seafront, or at least go and see some of the Illuminations near the tower. Hayley, what have you been playing?
We've been playing Guess the Source.
And I've got how many right out of how many?
I quizzed you on 7 sources and you got 2 wrong, Simon.
Okay, which ones did I get right?
The right,
Salad cream? Yep. That one is mayo. Yep. Tomato, dead easy.
simple.
Yeah. Tartar.
My fave.
Mustard. My least fave.
Right, okay.
And what did I get wrong? What was this one?
You thought it was brown.
Or barbecue.
It's barbecue.
Oh, so second guess I was alright. Okay.
This one.
That one I did not understand. Is that curry sauce?
Malt vinegar.
Oh, it's not a sauce, Hayley.
Well, it's a condiment.
You're a sauce. What fun we're having in Blackpool. Morning everyone, it's Saturday the 11th of December and I'm in bed with Mildred. Hi Mildred, there she is. And it's about 11 o'clock and I've been up since about 8. Chris woke me up at 5 and I didn't know what the hell was going on. But bless him, he left me a thermos with tea in it so that I could put it in a mug and drink it when I woke up, which I did at about 8:30. Yeah, I was like, what's going on? I had the worst journey yesterday. So Blackpool should take about an hour to get to like Liverpool and home. And I was so excited because we finished early at the library because we got loads done and they were brilliant and it was great in Blackpool. I didn't film much of the library. I think I've done before, but I'll be going back again multiple times, so I will. It's great, it's Carnegie. Anyway, I got to the station. We got to the station early. There was a train literally in 10 minutes time, and I thought I was going to have to wait for like an hour. So got on it. It got cancelled while I was on it. Then I had to get on the train that Hayley was getting. And then when we got to Preston, all trains were cancelled. And it took, instead of an hour, and I was all smug thinking I was going to be home like 3:20, and oh God, how nice. I got home at 6:15. 6:15, ladies and gentlemen. So yeah, so that was a bit of a write-off, and it was just not, it was really cold. I couldn't read. Not that. On reading, I think I'm going to stop reading Great Circle now and head to something else. I think I need something that I can sort of just power through a little bit more, if that's the right term. What do I mean? It's got so much plot, yet I'm kind of craving something more plot-driven. Is that weird? I don't know. Anyway, so there's that. But last night did watch the first 2 episodes of And Just Like That, which I kind of enjoyed and kind of really didn't. It made me cry several times, but I can't decide how I feel about it being back. It feels like it's trying almost too hard. Chris did that in the first episode, but the second one won him over. But the second one didn't quite win me over, and then we watched Die Hard 3. I seem to have stopped watching Christmas films every night, and I've also decided to bin off on Instagram sharing Christmas songs every day, because there's some pop bangers I'm missing because of it, so I might just do a Savage Santa playlist. Not sure what I'm going to do today, because I need to do a Vlogmas video, because I've now used all of my saved ones, but because I'm not travelling next week, it means I can film one a day as I go if I want. So yeah, that's that. I don't really know what I'm going to do today. I might just stay in bed all day. I'm really, really tempted because I'm just exhausted, I think. I'm just really, really tired. A bit like Mildred. There she is. Look at her. So yeah, that's the catch-up. It wasn't really particularly booky, but it let you know what's been going on. So I will report back when I've decided what I'm going to read next. Although I think I'm going to have to get out of bed soon anyway, because I really want another cup of tea and some breakfast. So I've made it out of bed. I did have breakfast and I filmed some videos, so like I got up a couple of hours ago. But now for lunch I'm going to have this, which is a cheese selection that I found yesterday in M&S. And it all comes named. And I was reminded by Lena when she did her vegan cheese. I could never be vegan because I love cheese so much, but I do want to be more veggie again next year. And well, this year. But I keep hanging everything on next year. Just hang my whole life on 2022. It better be good. Anyway, what's amazing about this is they label all the different cheeses. So yeah, I can probably sample it. But I was reminded when Lena was doing her guide to vegan cheeses that I stopped doing my learning what my favourite cheeses were. And I need to carry on with that next year. So another thing to hang on 2022. But yeah, I'm excited, although some of them stink. Hi everyone, so it is later on Saturday and I have headed back to A Slow Fire Burning by Paula Hawkins. I've decided Great Circle, I always want to call it The Great Circle, isn't right for me right now. And I've literally whizzed through about 80 pages in just over an hour in the bath and on my sofa in the library. And it is really, really good. There's a death on a canal boat and we're beginning to get to know people around this canal boat and Daniel, who was staying on it, including what happened with his mother. She died fairly recently. Then her sister who lives next door and how they were estranged, but how they also knew another couple over the way. And then we have Miriam who finds the body, but something's not quite right about her. And I've just read something that's made me go, what? Isn't the fact that I'm just like, or more, huh? Rather than, but yeah, huh? And then we also meet Laura, who's kind of an outsider. She's living kind of on the edge of society, although she's friends with Irene, who's addicted to crime fiction, who lived next to Daniel's mother who died. I've made that sound more complicated than it is. And what I love is the fact that it's like Paula Hawkins is kind of, this is the central point, and she's weaving this spider web out, and every so often putting like the little lines through in order to kind of sort of make the plot tighter and tighter. But yeah, I'm really, really, really enjoying it. And what I love is that she brings up subjects that aren't just like, it's not just a crime, there's other stuff going on. You get to know all the characters, so we've got to know quite a lot about Laura and her childhood, and then we suddenly got to know a bit more about Miriam. But at the same time, there's like layers, so there's quite a lot in here about memory and forgetfulness, be it dementia, be it in the fact that Laura hit her head and had some form of brain damage from that, and it changed her life forever physically. So it's looking at that as well, and how people kind of, the police are almost wanting to pin it on her because yes, she had sex with Daniel, sorry, slight spoiler, like, yeah, it shows how prejudices come to the fore, and also there's kind of a bit of fun in it because there's a kind of another crime novel running through it that has something to do with the characters and what's happened in the past. So yeah, really, really, really enjoying it so far. I'm really glad that I can just like crack on with it. So I'm going to head tomorrow this after dinner with Strictly and possibly a film, and probably hopefully finish it tomorrow, and I'm going to start doing outdoors and stay another day. But I'll probably end this vlog tomorrow morning and start a new one tomorrow. So that is that, a bookish update. I thought I would wrap the vlog up here before me and Chris go out for a cosy Christmas day, which is going to get its own vlog. I'll just leave you with that teaser. But I'm about 2/3 through A Slow Fire Burning by Paula Hawkins. I won't say too much more about it than I've already said, because it's getting twistier now and I don't want to give anything away, but I'm really, really enjoying it. What I really, really love is when you get a thriller that's all about like the characters as well as the plot. So we're sort of slowly unwinding that there might be a second murder, I think I can say that much, and people's motives are beginning to show in places that I wasn't expecting. So yeah, but also at the same time, it's very much about, as I mentioned, memory and who owns stories. Actually, that's a big thing, as well as there being kind of a bookish link, and also quite a lot about how women are perceived in society again, which she did, I think, really brilliantly with Girl on the Train. So yeah, really, really, really enjoying it. Looking forward to heading back to it later. But now I'm off out, so I shall finish here. And if you get this far, please leave me a fire emoji. That would be cool. Cool. Who do I think I am? Do I think I'm like 18 all of a sudden again? I've heard savage is a really cool word at the moment. So there we go. Savage out. Speak to you soon.